Asante Kenya Pipeline for the sponsorship of the trophies. Asante sana mwenzangu upande wa pili wa studio. Lugha sahihi ya uwa nilipiga cheka kina kibasha. Safi kabisa. Basi baada ya kusalimiana, tutapiga picha na wadhamini wetu na guest wetu. Tutaanza na GSU, alafu Chema, referee, polisi akipeka. Let's celebrate the two teams as we start the launch protocol.
Thank you. Our chief guest today is Oko, one of the senior players of Mozzart.
Okay, photo tafadhali. Together with our guests, tafadhali tutapiga picha pamoja na our guests.
Bwana Oko, Bwana Kasarani, Bwana Chema, na wale wako, wale wanatosea kwa foto, ingie ndani.
Chema muwe tayari, kwa sababu baada ya hii tutapiga kwa mpigo pamoja baada ya hii Chema pamoja na our guests together with the technical bench for GSU.
Na wale wako nyuma mnachukuliwa picha pamoja na GSU. Wale wako court number 7. Thank you.
Asante sana Moses Mbudia. Sijui kwa nini wewe unakuja kupiga picha na wewe pia ni wale wanaogombea.
Mimi nimeimba. Nachukua ya nyuma chini ya maji.
Asante Chema, tuwe tayari tafadhali. Tunaenda haraka ili shughuli ya siku ya leo iweze kuendelea. Chema,
GSU washamaliza. GSU wale.
Chema tafadhali,
GSU wako. Thank you Chema.
vile marefa kabisa tafadhali tuwe tayari pia mkapiga picha pamoja na guests wetu. Marefa tafadhali tuwe tayari baada ya Chema, hata nyinyi mtapiga na guests tafadhali. Referees tuwe tayari.
Chema tumungumu kutoka Lwego. Hawa ni wetu. Wote ni wetu. Tunataka quality.
Asante sana referees, tuwe tayari. Baada ya Chema tunaingia kupiga na guests. Referees wa mechi ya siku ya leo. Referee wa kwanza kabisa ni King Star. Kumbuka huyo ni referee ana uzoefu wa kupiga mechi ngumu. Na referee sasa naomba tafadhali guests tupige pia na referees. Asante sana guests. Tafadhali turudi tupige na referees tafadhali. Tafadhali. Na guests, referees na guests. Referees na guests tafadhali.
We appreciate our guest. Kongomaito utaonekana yuko juu.
Asante sana. Nilikuwa nawafahamisha kwamba referee wa kwanza kabisa ni referee ana uzoefu. Referee ambaye amekuwa katika nyanja mbalimbali. Amepiga kipenga. Mwaka uliopita alikuwa Misri. Alifanya shows. Sio mwingine ni King Star. Referee wa pili. Anaitwa Kutoka. Asante sana.
Asante so much. Chairman wa Kvf amesema atapigwa next photo. Bwana Kungu, karibu sana Bwana Kungu. Yuko sana.
Yes, asante sana. Mr. Frank, together with the president, Mr. CDB. Basi mimi nairejesha shughuli kwa marefa ili tuanze mara moja. DJ, twende kazi.
Hatukumsahau.
And ladies and gentlemen, it all boils down to this. The final match of the Mozzart Kenya Cup 2025-2026 edition. The finalists are the General Service Unit volleyball team and Chema volleyball team. This is Florence Bosire. Thank you so much for tuning in. You came in quite early, prepared for this match. Asanteni sana kwa kujiunga nasi. Kindly tell us if you're getting us loud and clear and where you are watching this from. The gymnasium in Kasarani is fully packed. Mambo yameanza kwa mpigo au ni kishindo. And it is Nicholas Matui serving, easily picked by Bitroven. Steven down the middle. Levis Ogutu doing it down the middle. It's going to be one Mudibo with a service. A service for GSU's Victor Cheriot, and it goes flying out of court. It's quite early to tell who will be taking the lead, but both teams are equal to the task. They came prepared. Freddy Kodiambo, thank you for tuning in. James Odiambo unasema Chema should win the first set so that it's interesting. Otherwise, it will not be. Down the middle. The lines judge on the receiving end. The sheer power behind that hit from Mudibo. Trevor on the court for the middle block. And Kamau starting on today as the sensational jersey number 4, Ezofo Armstrong starts on the opposite for Chema. Beniang, you're saying it from Choka Republic, still locked. Na munasema ni GSU, Josephat Kiplimo, GSU kichwa. Hilary unasema uko hapa nyuma ya tent. Vifijo na Nderemo Abiud Chirchir sending that ball flying out of court. It is a case of may the best man win today. GSU bringing on the guns. Starting on strong. Waiting to see if Kosirai will be starting. Armstrong, another error in service. The nerves coming to play. Amon Kipiego unasema GSU kichwa. Fasha unasema Chema should show us the power. Beautifully served. The left-handed Armstrong hitting it down the diagonal. Abiud Chir could not pick it. Marceliz unasema Chema kichwa. Malesh unasema GSU since 1948. Down the middle, not the best. Who will deliver? Bitroven. And it goes flying out of court. A smart move by Brian Mele. Quite a witty attacker that is. What a way to start this final match. Timu zote mbili zikijaribu kuwania ubingwa wa Mozzart Kenya Cup. And again, a service by Pogo. A simple float that goes out of play. These errors in service, but though quite early in the game. Well, Hilary Bogo, if I'm going to answer that question, Egypt has a way of, as a system of play, where the kids start playing at a very young age. I'm talking about 9, 10, 11 years. The academies that nurture these talents early in life, so as they grow into adulthood, the mastery of the basic volleyball is so profound that the mastery of the basic volleyball skills is so profound and so natural for them that they don't struggle. Unfortunately for Kenya, we get to have these players when they are almost in teenagehood, or is it adulthood, with the players taken in from secondary schools, and the process of now instilling the kind of play that is senior takes time. Again, that transition taking time. So one day we pray that that will happen, but as for now, we make do with what we have and do the best that we can. And thankfully, so a lot of our players have been playing international, so that experience really is coming in handy. Armstrong with that strong attack. Masili zinasema watching live from Juja, huko unaimba tu Chema. Ruth Kevo unasema all the best to GSU. Asante sana Malesh kwa kututizama na mmekaribishwa tena na tena. A simple spin out of play. Steven playing that ball out of court. Sorry for that, John Joroge, but it's the nature of the game. You win some and you lose some. Alep Kiro unasema kikosi milele GSU. Responding with precision. And a service by Mudibo, smoothly done by Abiud, and that brings the Generals to the 12-point mark. Diana Mudoko unasema all the best to Team GSU. What a service, Brian Meli Matui! Taking that opportunity to make a kill. An expectation that that ball was going to be set to someone. Sees the setter picked it. But Matui, sensing that lack of preparation, and Beethoven was on the receiving end for Chema. Things are boiling nicely. Indeed, Leperes, you're saying that Kenya just needs to scout right from JSS finals and the nationals, then train from that point. Indeed, that is right. Yedorai Kimbo doing a spectacular job at nurturing these young talents. Seeing young kids playing wonderfully in the tournaments that they take part in. We only wish that the right support would come in. But again, a lot can happen. Like they say, you just need to start from where you are and hope that everything falls into place. Beautifully done again by the Generals, taking the lead 14-9. GSU will be a hard nut to crack for Chema, despite bringing on the arms of Omar and Armstrong. There was no touch on that ball. It's a give or take kind of situation. Chariot still in the service courts. And again a service, easily done. Still in play. Simply done. Matui Nicolas down the middle. Congo, ladies and gentlemen, doing it as he should. A lot is happening at the same time. What a final match. Chema is left dumbfounded at the turn of events in this early stage of the final. If you're just joining us, this is the first set of the match between the General Service Unit and Chema. Busy Armstrong above the blocks, ensuring that there is no replica of what Kogo did. The setter choosing to trust his services once again. Fasha, your predictions are that it's going to be a 3-0 win. I'm not sure who is going to win it. Again, a simple tip of the ball that lands on the Chema side. And there is indeed a bit of a confusion on the Chema side. They seem to be struggling. Abi Chirchir, the ball flies out of court. And a service for Armstrong. Okafo. Simply done, easily picked by Hudson Chuma. Kimaru, wonderfully done. And it's going to be a service for Kimaru. Pitches all the way from Nyeri Medium Prisons. Watching and you're wishing GSU a 3-0 win. Kamau on court. Brilliant set by Steven. And indeed that communication and the coordination on the Chema side missing. That is not the case on the general service unit side. Beautifully done. Again, Hudson. Back to Kimaru. Mudibo not taking any chance. I think the energy that is required to retain this trophy, and it is big in size, by the way. A simple block by Trevor. Stopping one Kogo right on his tracks. And it's going to be a service by Kamau. Easily done, Matui. The ball goes out of court. Maisha unatizama live from Tambach, GK Prisons. Thank you for tuning in. At the level of tension on court, Victor Cheriot was too excited to realize that he needed to get back on court. Hudson out. Kogo to serve. Simply done. Picked by Kamau. Still in play. I mean, seeing men diving for those balls. Armstrong! Okafor. Or Ezefo. For Chema. BC. Doing a wonderful job. Apo picked by Kimaru. Again, Matui in response to that hit. Brian Melly to serve. GSU stubborn in the lead. 19 points to 15. Chema will need more to secure this win. Make that 16 points for Chema. Leo Mondi, you're tuned in from Wajir, supporting GSU. And a service by Mugo. Again, Matui. Nobody went for the rebounds. Loris Ogutu, wild, untamed on court. And a timeout for team GSU. Keep the predictions coming. If you're just joining us, this is the climax of the Mozzart Kenya Cup Tournament 2026. Both teams having fought hard to make it to the finals. And the finals is at hand. Today we get to know who will be crowned queen or rather king. The queens are Kenya Pipeline Company after that hard-fought five-setter. Quite an entertaining match that saw KCB lose 3-2. Today or tonight, we get to experience Chema and GSU battle it out. And like they say, who wants it more, Chema? Do they want it enough to humble these general service unit gentlemen? Thank you, saying you need psychiatric support or somewhere to lean on. The score margin are not quite encouraging. The ball is, there was a net touch, possibly between Kimaru Chariot. Someone definitely touched that net. The ball is out, but Kimaru picks it. Abiod Chirchir off the hands of Levis Ogutu. I think recognizing his potential and what he's capable of doing, Levis Ogutu could not let that attempt at blocking slide. Indeed, Coach David, the technical director for the Kenya Coaching Commission, or KVF Coaching Commission, foreseeing that it's going to be a tough one. It's anyone to take it. Naftali Maitedi are tuned in from Nairobi West, solid behind GSU. And Meli, the soft hands, at work for the Generals. Kindly, if you have not hit that subscribe button, we ask humbly that you do so. It will go a long way to support us build this channel, seeing as we started from scratch. Any kind of support on your part, and this I think is the biggest show of solidarity on your part, to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Also keep liking and loving this live broadcast. Naps done. You're watching us from Busingo. Wishing GSU all the best. Kimani picked by Kogo, stopped by Kamau. Abiud Chirchir. Korir, you're watching us live from Donholm Police Post. Wishing all the best to the Kikosi, I believe, GSU, to stamp it a 3-0 win. A headshot that flies out of court. Trevor. No, Mr. Armstrong is Nigerian by nationality. The left-handed beast that is doing it for Chema. Abiud steps out and Chuma, Naftali, steps in to serve and also take care of that back row defense. Kimaru stopped by Trevor, and what I said by Nelly Bryan, he soft hands that substitution again, bringing back Abiud, and out goes Chumba. The option for the back row attack are two in total. Kimaru without hits. Nicely done. This is one action-packed final match, as it should be. And it is for Kenya General Service Unit 25-20. Hard fought.
Yes, and we are all going to work during a beautiful, beautiful fight. But for our match today, we have come. Yoko National Mozzart. Mozzart team beautiful. Mozzart team beautiful. Kusia Chema kwa Kusumba yuko hapa. Naye Chema yuko hapa anatangaza. Yes, Chema. Yuko hapa. Chema KCB yuko nasi. Bwana Mwingine kwa kitu
And we are back with the start of the second set. The first one, what a showdown coming from the generals, or both teams seeing the score margins 25-20. Both teams did put up a fight, but it was the generals to take the day. And easily picked by Brithroven. And a simple finish by Armstrong, sending that ball on the GSU side. Ruth Dorcas, you're tuned in from Taita. GSU all the way. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. I hear you and I appreciate all of you from the bottom of my heart. Chris Komora, you're tuned in from Tana River. Asema GSU Kichwa. Is that Brian Melly? Yes, it is Brian Melly on the floor. Needing a bit of medical attention. Laban Kisilu, you're tuned in all the way from Msikele, Ethiopia. Makel, Ethiopia, I beg your pardon. Thank you so much for tuning in, rallying behind GSU. Asante sana Caleb Kirwa. CK Gil, you're watching and you're saying Chema all the way from Kampala, Uganda. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much for the support. Another point again for Chema. George Mwamburi, you're watching us live from Kapedo. Indeed, Trevor is quite a force to reckon. And an easy pick. Matui. Ball is still in play. For the second time, Levi Sogutu. And it is sealed, that ball flying out of court. An easy serve by Matui. Kamau sending it flying out of court. This time round, the coach Chema choosing to play Mugo as the setter. Levi Sogutu to serve. Matui. And back to where Levis came from. Ganesh Garg, you're watching us from Nepal. Nelson Wamukota, you're live from Thika Garrison, saying Chema all the way. Anthony Gidai, you're watching from Braidgate, saying Chema all the way. From Karatina Nyeri, may Chema win, no zira unasema. From the kingdom of Lodwar, Skofia Juma, you are solid behind the Chema Volleyball Club. And it's a service by Chariot as Kamau sends the ball out of play. And a struggle, but picks it nonetheless. Down the line. Unseen by the block line. I mean, nobody saw it happen. What a hit by Armstrong. Another point for the Generals. Abiud with the jump serve, easily picked by Kamau. Down the middle. Trevor. What a hit by Trevor. What a hit by Trevor. Kamau to serve. Easily done. Again responded by Kimaru. Joshua Kimaru does it in style, and he goes on to serve. Edith Memori watching us live from Ziwa, Ga. I mean, Ga means home. Thank you for tuning in. The scores are 7-6. And Another block by Kogo and Meli. Cosmas could not go through those blocks. Working on getting that music off. And Kelvin Lagati watching us live from Eldoret. Solid behind GSU. I kindly confirm if the background song has been turned off. John Dumia, you're watching from Zimmerman. Fingers crossed for Chema. This is too close to Kasarani. We should have made your way here, but nonetheless, we got you covered. And you will be enjoying this match from home. Ukijipanga kujitayarisha for the start of the week. 9 points GSU, 7 for Chema. Armstrong again. The angle, the precision, the power behind the attacks. Wonderfully done. Derek Mbidi watching us live from Nigeria. Solid behind the General Service Unit. Joseph Wamoyo, you're tuned in from Jogoo Road. Bahati Towers, thank you so much. The scores are 9-9, or is it 10-9? Kamau picks it. Again, Armstrong. This time round, Matui blocks it. The ball literally touched the ground before Armstrong did. Boniface Waluhaya. You're watching us from Bungoma County. Chema is a side to reckon. Kimboy, you're watching us from Los Angeles. Wishing GSU all the best. Another point for the Generals. Luciene, you are from Moisture Barracks, Eldoret. Wishing GSU best of luck. An easy pick for Kamau. Levi Sogutu, not the best of hits, but it lands on the GSU side. Live from Kiawara Nyeri. Mika Ndegwa unatizama. Dennis Espora, tuned in from Migori live. Thank you for tuning in. Let's keep it respectful and not entertain any form of tribal divide. Keep it fun and entertaining and interactive, but also keep it respectful. I kindly ask. Levi Sogutu still in play. Armstrong picks by Matoe. Brian Meli was hoping that that ball touches the net, but it did not. Alfred Kimeli, you're tuned in from Nanyuki. Nasema team ni GSU. John Nganga live from Budapest, Hungary. And from Mandera Border Point. Solid behind GSU, Maganga Mike. Asante sana Derek Mbide. I am humbled. Trevor once again. Abiud could not break those hands. Leopards unatizama kutoka Nyeri Town. GSU, all the best. And a shout out to the Nyeri Town Volleyball Club. Kutoka Qatar, the Emirates. Shemo Dhiambo unasema GSU tosha. Another error in attack by GSU. Sending the scores to 12-13. Levis Oguto. Evans Anyoso saying hi from G4S. There was no touch on that ball. It went flying out of court. Kindly subscribe if you haven't. Levis Ogutu. Who will it be? Abiud Chirchir. And Cosmas Aponyo could not pick it. Kutoka El Ade Nyahururu. James Okerio, you are tuned in. Thank you for tuning in. And Levis, you're tuned in from Westlands. And from Lynchburg, Kansas, USA. Saying Chema all the best. Kutoka Kirigiti unatutizama Nicholas Gedenje saying GS Chema, I beg your pardon, is your team. Kutoka Kitale, GSU hadi mwisho Kelvin Kibet. Caleb Kiro unatuma salamu kwa watu wote wanaotoka United Simat. Again, an attack by Armstrong. Armstrong is really the golden boy for the Chema side. For the Chema side. And a service by Armstrong. Matui! Trevor could not see it. Peter, you are tuned in, Wambua from Makueni Main Prison, I think. Thank you for tuning in. I have seen quite some players who are not, like Shadrach Misiko, who is on the bench. So it's not, I wouldn't say it's by design. I think given their level of play and how they do it. Also, the technical bench isn't purely from that side of the country. So it's basically players on court are there on merit. Chema, I think, is a company dealing with steel or metals, if you say so. Not sure what the name means, but that is what Chema is about. Asante sana Watchman Kingston for that. Watching us from Nyahururu. And it's Kamau to get that point. Chris Nderito, you're watching us from Chesagon Camp. Goal, GSU, full support. Kudos to Yegon TV. $17-15. College Kipkemoi, you're watching us live from Istanbul, behind your neighbors, Brian Melly. And a timeout for the Generals. Chema 16, GSU 17. Rumuruti Muko live, GSU to win 3-0. Koskei Benjamin. Kipruto, hi to you. Wishing the best to the Generals. And shout out to Nder, Kogo, Abud, Rashid of Kenya Prisons. Ogola, Anderson, you're watching us live from Kawangware, VC. Sending a shout out to William Orek. And you're watching from Kendu Bay. Kutoka Kakuma, Eric Tanui. And Anthony Gidai unasema, it still looks like Chema is the pedigree. Kutoka Ziwa Sirikwa, Edwin Rotich. Another point for the Generals, 18-16. Elizabeth Moore from Kurgang. Behind Emmanuel Kogo and the team GSU. And the ball is shot! The ball is still in play and it goes out. The sheer power behind this man, Anderson. What a hit, ladies and gentlemen. Armstrong coming on strong. And Levi Sogutu steps onto the front court. Solomon from El Terret live, a shout out to Kogo. Down the line, it's out. Matui hitting that ball out of play. And the ball goes out of play. And it's one Kogo to serve. Vitroven with that pick. And an immediate block. Sending Levi Sogutu to the ground. And the ball is in. It's on court. And a service once again for Kogo. 22-18. This could easily be a 3-0 win for GSU. They've been dominant from the start. Another point for the Generals. Timeout for Chema. Timeout for Chema. 22-18. Indeed, Robert Situma. Sports is a game of love and it's a uniting factor for the Kenyans. Let's keep it neutral. And like I said, sports attracts members from different walks of life within Kenya and beyond. It is not special for specific people. So as we should, let's keep it positive and accommodative to each and everyone to make this experience as good as it should be. Armstrong playing magically well. Well served, picked by Kamau down the line. And Abiud could not pick it. And the service by Mugo. 19-22. Easily picked, blocked by Armstrong. And again, another body shot from the blocks. Beautifully done by Cosmas. Against Brian Mele. (20-22). And there it is, Abiud Chirchir. What a finish. We do appreciate any kind of help that comes from you. Whatever little you give on that still number will go a long way in getting us the hot water, the airtime to bring you this action as we enjoy doing. Cosmas sending that ball flying out of court. And it's set point for the Generals. 24-20. Caleb Karani watching us live from Osia Teso North. Angurai North Ward. Wishing GSU to win 3-0. It's actually true, no man is an island. We cannot do this alone. So you helping us on that still number that is pinned on the bottom left side of your screen will really go a long way in helping us do what we do. It is not an easy or cheap thing to do. Matui, ladies and gentlemen, finishing it strong for the Generals. Chema, 2 sets down. 1 set between the Generals and the title, Mozzart Kenya Cup champions. And they are consistent. Asanteni sana, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for everyone who has done something on that paybill number. We do not take this for granted. Tunawashukuru sana. We are here because of you. Much appreciation to every one of you, and those of you also tuning in to support this channel by hitting that subscribe button, by liking and sharing this live broadcast. We appreciate you, every one of you, also for keeping the chat box busy, giving us your predictions, your sending just even a shout out to a player that you feel should hear it. We appreciate it. Kindly keep hitting that subscribe button if you haven't. We would really love to have you with us for the long term. The championships for the women will be starting on August, I think 25th or 26th, through to the 5th of September 2026. Matuyu that pick. Down the middle, Chariot. Asante sana, well done. Keep Kemboi, ninashukuru sana. Live from Aldai Shop, Keep Karen River. Polo, unatutizama. You're watching with your friends Elias and Babu. Solid behind the generals. Asante sana, well done. Keep Kemboi. And it's a point for Chema. Alex, you're saying Chema is your team. And service by Kamau, a simple spin, Hudson picks it. Chariot sending it flying out of court. A service for Chema once again. Kamau serving. This time round, Hudson could not pick it. Boniface Kipto, you are behind GSU, watching us live from Malindi, Watamu. As Geoffrey Otieno supports Chema. And Armstrong is the man. And service out of play. Chema taking an early lead. This third set. This is going to be their lifeline if they take it. If not, we call it a wrap on the Mozzart Kenya Cup 2025-2026 season. Picked by Chariot, but it lies out of court. Tyra Sodiambo, you are with GSU from Dandora. Thank you for tuning in. Phillips just Caleb Kirwa, hiyo sapa iweke ikue moto. After this we are becoming to eat that supper after a long day of action-packed volleyball. Abiod Chirchir. The simple pick by Bitroven. And the setter is operating from the backcourt. Complaining that that was an actual attempt at setting, not attacking. Kevin Roticho saying Tilisi is locked in. Asante sana for your appreciation. Abiud sending that ball out of play. And it's going to be Armstrong to serve. Beautifully done, beautifully picked equally by Hudson, and in response, Kimaru sending that ball out of play. Hilary unasema Kiplimo unasema Chema watachukua Oxford set. Sio set ya volleyball. Caleb Kiru wa sawasawa, nitamjulisha Lois Tarus anifikishe huko. Time out by Chema. And a serve by Kimaru. Mitroven picks it. And that attempt by Kamau, not sufficient. Armstrong with a simple tip picked by Hudson. And it will be Matui the Punisher to finish it. Thank you so much, Kevin Ngetich. We appreciate you for taking time to join us. Felistas, thank you so much. Sending a shout out to Yegon. Beautifully done by Kamau. Noah Tuwei from Udiru, you're saying GSU all the way. Asante sana kwa kujiunga nasi. And it's a service by Kamau Moses. Kimaru picks it and goes on to hit it. Armstrong could not stop it. Oh, my apologies. That was Omar Bure. But the service was from Kamau. Namkat Latin, you're tuned in from Burundi, watching us live from Kakuma refugee camp. Thank you so much for tuning in. Edwin Yego, you are wishing Matui all the best. And it's going to be a service by Trevor. Sent flying out by Matui. The referee deciding that the ball went out. And a possible change by the lines judge. And it's a point for GSU. The referee deciding to award GSU that point. Mitroven. Armstrong against a three-man wall that could not stop him. Colin Harris, you're watching us from St. Catharines, from Ontario, Canada. Thank you for tuning in. Nkena Agu, you're watching us. You're here for Armstrong, also known, just found out as the Thunder left. Indeed, he has a thunder in that left hand. Dixon Mase, live from Kamukunjoi village. Thank you for tuning in. And from the land of the brave, Shangela, Oshifela, and Hangula. Quite a mouthful that name is. Thank you for tuning in. Again, a challenge at the referee stand by the Chema side. Beviso go to the captain, not leaving things to chance. Matui the service. Bitroven picks it again at the Thunder left. And a simple finish, not sufficient. It's going to be a simple one. Possible Armstrong? No, it's not. Down the middle. Oguto. Levis. Andrew Nyongesa, Simiyu, you're tuned in from Kikuyu. Rosa, umeanza uchokozi, eh? Thank you so much for that. Robert Lagat, you're saying all the best to GSU. As Kevin Molly also cheers on the Generals. Felix Kipkeboy, you are cheering on GSU. And a service by Chariot. Simply floated across the net. The Thunder left. Anderson does it in style. Titus Kitonga, tunatazama kwa Kitui. Susie is watching us live from Eldoret, saying all the best to Chema. Dennis from Mombasa. Thank you for tuning in. Trevor with the block. This is a tough one. Gavin Gravo, you're saying all the best to Chema. And from Bungoma, wishing GSU all the best. Lutomia, you have been missing for a while, my friend. And a touch by Armstrong. Ajobi, you're saying you're here for the Thunder left. And he is outdoing himself. What a player that man is. Symbol block by Brian Meli. Returned in equal force by Kimaru. Eugene Asila, you're saying GSU Kichwa, and you're shouting out to Ngong SDR team. Simply Pit. Again, Brian Whaley failing to make that block. Indeed, Matui has had quite the season, playing in the Rwandan League and winning, and actually being awarded most valuable player, and coming on to shine for team GSU. The angle, precision, that is this man's Matui attacks. Quite sensational in how he plays. A double substitution. Mugo goes out. And jersey number one, Mark Kikori steps in. And Stephen Otieno makes a re-entry. In place of Armstrong. Not sure whether that was a good move. And a point for GSU again. An issue with the referee. From the Chema side, timeout for Chema. Tatie kipa, asante sana. Oscar Usao, you are behind GSU, watching us live from Mukuru kwa Ruben. Vinibet, you are wishing all the best to the Generals. Alex K, we are looking forward to the day when that amount will go up, but some hope for the 2026-2027 league, seeing as Mozzart Bet came on board alongside the likes of KCB, Kenya Pipeline, and the likes, to bring up that amount, I think, to $1 million, if I'm not wrong. And the players also, each team that wins will have the players get 4,000 shillings per win. Something good to take home for the players. Beautifully done by Kamau. From the outside position. James Osura, you're watching us from Langata, unasema ni mbaya. The scores are 15 for Chema, 14 for GSU. And a sub outside, bringing both teams at par. Asante sana Rose Mtipanoe for that vote of confidence. Solid behind GSU since 1941. Kogo with the service. And down the middle. Trevor doing it in style. Emmanuel Lotundo, you're watching us live from Big Gold Likoni Road. Thank you for tuning in. Another error in service. This is becoming quite frequent. Mudibo is back for Kamau. And it's Brian Mele to serve. John Musioka from Nairobi Prisons watching live from industrial area. Asante sana kwa salamu zimefika. And the ball is out again. Omar could not play it in. Brian Mele serving again. As Abubakar from Wajir tunes in. Abiod, cheer. Down the middle. Machui Nicholas. 3 blocks, but it was not sufficient. Topista Wandera unatizama kutoka Eldoret Huruma. 18-16. Chema trailing. Ezelepet and a headshot. Well saved by Hudson. And Abiud with a tip. Wonderfully done by Hudson. What a save. What a libero, clearly worthy of that position in the Wafalme Stars. It was a bit scary seeing as he went all the way to the banners and the walls. Literally anything to bring it home. And down the middle again, Abiud. Kiplagat Amos, hi to you. You're watching us live from Kericho, saying may the best team win 2016. This could easily be it. The trophy, the cup is beckoning. And Armstrong, turn the left, makes an entry back into the field. And a confirmation on whether there are still more chances at substituting happening. That should be the last. Kindly subscribe, share the like and subscribe. If you haven't, kindly. It just takes what? 3 seconds? Hit that subscribe button. We'll love to have you with us long term beyond today. We wait to see whether that substitution will stand. And it's just 5 points standing between GSU and the title. I believe they are the defending champions of the Kenya Cup. This is the second series or season of this competition. Easily done. The substitution holds. 17-20. Kibiwat Mutai, you're watching us from Industrial Area Prison. Wishing GSU all the best. Oh, nice. Aaron Keitan, the 1500 meters maestro, is also a GSU diehard fan. Thank you for tuning in, but Tui, almost with 0 hands in the air. Fasha, tafadhali. What a way to make that kill. And a point for GSU. It's boiling slowly. This is it. And down the middle, there was a touch. That ball touching the hands or the foot. Either Mugo or Armstrong. And it's going to be Matui to serve. Timeout for Chema. (23-17). It's coming home. Joel Korir, umeanza kupeana pongezi zako kwa GSU. And we're back after that timeout. Back with a continuation of the third set. Chema trailing 17 against 23 of GSU. What a set by the soft hands, Brian Melly, 18-23. And Kimaru. The ball flying out of court. It's set point for General Service Unit. And almost sealing it in. The Generals almost finishing this. It's coming home. The Generals congratulations to the General Service Unit. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Gideon Barus, the man of the moment, having come back from losing during the quarterfinals of the Kenya Volleyball Federation's National League, and now clinching the Mozzart Kenya Cup. How do you feel?
I'm so happy with my players. I know the league, I lost the league because you understand 1, 2, 3. But I'm happy my players are back and I played well. I say thank you.
Are we going to be seeing some of these players play in the next season, or are you intending to bring in new blood, because that is also an option with the secondary schools closed and basically the nationals happening? Are we expecting to see new faces for the GSU side?
I cannot comment that. No, let's move next season. I will let you know. We'll just see.
Hey, Coach Tarus, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations, Coach. We wish you well. And that is the end of the tournament. See you on the next one. And thank you for keeping us company. We have loved to have you. The comments and your predictions have made this possible for us. Asanteni sana. See you on the next one.